we're rolling into New York City. It's dark. It's late, and I don't know what we're gonna do. Here we are in Times Square. It's never ending. What do you think, Scooby?
Oh, I can't hardly take it all in.
We had parked right smack kind of in the middle of Central Park, I think on 80, it was 85th Street West. Found a little spot, parked for free, and started walking. So we walked through Central Park, and I'm thinking, what can we do without getting in the car again? And we'd been driving so much, we needed to walk and just breathe. And I knew I wasn't going to be able to jam in a bunch of individual activities, but if we could just do this really well for a couple of hours, it would be enough. Just a little taste, of New York City, and then we, maybe find some place to spend the night if it all worked out. If not, we just keep going, etc. So we get in Central Park, we're walking around. I had been there a few times. Noah had been there once, but he was pretty young, and so it was all brand new to him. It was all brand new. And there's, people skating at the ice skating rink, and, the ice skating rink says Trump on the walls because he was the developer that kind of brought that skating rink back to life or whatever, and did a thing for him several years ago for New York City and whatnot. But it got me to thinking, I wonder where Trump Tower is, and wonder if he's there, and I wonder if, because I know he has Secret Service protection now, that he's a front runner and all that kind of stuff. And so I look and I see that it's real close to Central Park, and it's kind of near the direction. And that I knew where the World Trade Center was. It was about an hour and a half walk from where we were. Kind of wanted to do that, but anyway, I knew we were going to go to Times Square and back, and then kind of see what happened. So we wandered through, up, down the streets, and we end up in Central Times Square, and it's so exciting. It's the lights, the people. It was amazing. The energy. And we kept on walking. We through stores. We saw we were just right in the heart, kind of the city, and just feeling the energy of the city. And it was really, really cool. And we're half, loopy as it is. And we start heading back, and we're kind of going back to Central Park. And I know we're like 2 blocks from just kind of passing by Trump Tower. And I said, hey, you want to go past Trump Tower? And Noah's like, oh yeah, If you think about it, Donald Trump right now is probably like the most famous person in the world. So we get up near Trump Tower, and we're across the street from it, and I start taking some pictures of Noah, and he's standing with his arms up, and you can see the big Trump logo and all that. And we decided to cross the street and get right at the front doors, and it was pretty empty. There was no one around. It was kind of late at night. When I say no one, there was no crowds, there was no people, there was no gate. There was like one person standing by the door, and he looked like a Secret Service guy. And there was a cop standing near the intersection that we were approaching to cross the street and all that. There was a little metal railing kind of set up on the side street, but there was really nobody there. There was almost nobody walking around. And I said to Noah, did you see that policeman at the corner? I said, you haven't seen a policeman standing at a corner unless he's directing traffic. I said, the reason he's there is, Trump could be in the building right now. And Noah's like, you think he's in the building? And I'm like, I hope so. Wouldn't that be cool? And I don't know what it means. We were, who knows? So, and I'm telling he's running the campaign out of there. People come and go. They interview him from here all the time. Other people come to visit him. You just never know what you're going to see. And, this is a kind of cool. And so we walk across the street, and as we're walking, this policeman kind of follows us a little bit, just kind of tags along next to us. Noah's, we're dressed up. It's kind of cold, and I got my hands in my pocket, and I start thinking about things like that, like, I'm just thinking, I wonder what they're thinking, and I'm thinking of ISIS, he's gonna, and I'm thinking, he has to be a target, and I'm talking about the Secret Service, and we're just having a conversation. We had been there for no more than 2 or 3, 4, 5 minutes to cross the street, take a couple pictures, and I'm taking a picture of Noah, and out of the corner of my eye, I see this black SUV. You know, like if the front of the building is this way, I see coming down the street this black SUV, and then another one, and then a limo, and then another one, and another one. You can see them as they come around the corner, and they go boom, boom. They turn the corner and basically drive, you know, within just a few feet of me as they're driving by. And I look at Noah, who's standing over here, and I reach my phone. I'm trying to get the camera to come on, and I say, "Hey, Noah," something along the lines of, "Is that Donald Trump right there in the passenger seat? Come here." I said, "That's Donald Trump. He's pulling up right in front of us." That's awesome. And I mean, I guess if we would have been waiting there for hours, or if we had gone to some rally to see him, if it wasn't late at night, if we weren't delirious, if we weren't punch drunk, it just was like we just show up, and we think he shows up. And here comes all these cars, boom, boom. They start. I grab my phone, I pull it out. So you're going to see this video. Is that Donald Trump right there in the passenger seat? Come here. That's awesome. They pull in front of us. They turn the corner. Boom, boom, boom. And there's a side entrance in the building. And the main Trump thing is right here. And then this is the corner, and there's a side entrance. And they just, they all stop. And the last SUV stops kind of like right, you know, with just in a few feet of me. I got my camera. It's kind of, you know, I'm trying to think. There is one person, like a Secret Service guy. I step out onto the street to try to get a better look at the cars down through there and see if anybody's going to step out of one. And he says, "Sir, I need you to step back up on the sidewalk." I say, "Okay, thank you."
Hey guys, back on the sidewalk, please.
Sure. Not one to cause any problem. I don't want to be a scene. I want to be a guy that they want there. You know what I'm saying? And that they're, you know, I'm ready to be a fan, is what I'm saying. I'm not here to scream and yell and flip anybody off and bring attention. I just want to be part of this moment with Noah. He's excited. I'm excited. And I'm just kind of like wondering who's going to get out of what vehicle. And I look up and I say to the Secret Service guy, "Anyway, we're going to get a shot of the Donald or anything?" I said, I think this is what I said. I said, "Is there any chance we're going to see the Donald or Donald Trump or something like that?" And he goes, "Oh, there's always a chance."
I don't know, maybe.
And as soon as he says that, I can see, you know, Donald Trump step out of his limo. In the video, you know, it's my iPhone. It's not zoomed in. He was much closer than it appears. So I could just see him, and he steps out, and he's wearing an all black coat and his hair, and it's him. He's kind of big, and he's kind of, you know, he kind of does this kind of walk, and he steps out. And I'm like, "Noah, there's Donald Trump. Holy shit."
I don't know, maybe.
And what happened next? There he is right there. I'm not terribly proud of.
"Hey Donald, we love you, Mr. Trump!"
I yelled, and Noah and I yelled at the exact same time, almost the same words, and I'm like, "We love you, Donald Trump!"
"Hey Donald, we love you, Mr. Trump!"
And like, I just yelled.
"Hey Donald, we love you, Mr. Trump!"
Noah's yelling at kind of at the same time, and the Secret Service guy who had told me to get back up on the sidewalk, I got to get past him back to a clear view. And it's all happening really quickly.
I don't know, maybe.
Okay, that would be awesome. There he is right there. Hey, Donald, we love you,
What's
Mr.
up,
Trump! So he steps out, and he gets 2 or 3 steps towards his door, and when we yelled, "We love you, Donald Trump," you could sense in his body language, you know, just, he could have, you know, just done the thing of like, whatever, and just raised his hand, and he walks, and he literally stops, and he turns. So not only did it happen, but I caught it on video. I was with Noah. It's the pinnacle of this trip to New York City. We're heading back to our car to go home, and it wasn't like a big crowd of people. You know, like I say, it wasn't planned. It was just a little moment between me, Noah, and Donald Trump, and it was unfucking believable. We love you, Mr. Trump! What are the odds? It was like it was more of the synchronicity of it all. It was more of just the whole universe had conspired on this day to just make everything perfect.